Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your February 2024 reading. My name is Nigel, and you have found alchemy. Okay, let's get started right away. You're the only one so far, and I have more than halfway through with the series for February, who has pulled two cards. And ironically enough, they're both linked to Pluto's Scorpio energy. So that's pretty interesting. You do have, to begin with, the darkening card, which is number 12 in this series. Now, let's see. Put that back. So the darkening card is a card of depth, a card of sort of like a turning, a readiness. In alchemy, darkness is an achievement, right? It indicates that you have been through a sort of initiatory experience. It's brought you to a state of readiness. The darkness prepares us, sort of like winter before the spring. This card is linked to the mortification card, which is the second card you have pulled. Now, as you can see, since they're both linked to your sign, how do I put this? If I was reading for any other sign other than Scorpio, my interpretation would be very different. But this is very comfortable energy for you, okay? This is a preparation to step into the sun. It really is. But it is a preparatory type of thing. It is the wisdom of dusk. Now, the mortification card is what it sounds like, right? It's death. And it is directly linked to the death card. Let's see if I can move this in tarot, which is the card of Scorpio. And it's death before rebirth. It's pretty much the same as the darkening in that way, where it is the prep, right? It is a sign of regeneration, a sacred power offering. It's nourishment for tomorrow. What happens when something dies and is put in the ground? It becomes fertilizer for the next thing, the next season, the next being. The darkness must have time to do its work. So patience is needed at this time. So it's an interesting month for you here, Scorpio, and you have commitments here on the table. And this commitment could be a commitment that you have to your job or to a loved one in your life. You have the fire element here, and we know the fire is linked to passion for sure. But it does say take action on someone or something. The worst you can do is not try. You have the green light to move forward. Okay. I'm really getting a feeling of a relationship, some sort of relationship. We'll get to your astrology in a second. Let's look at this. You have pressure card, transformation, number 26 in this deck. Another transformation card here, Scorpio. That's your song, and they're singing it over and over again. What does pressure do? Pressure isn't comfortable many times, but the pressure shapes us into what we need to be to move on to the next step. So keep that in mind. It does say transformation right on the card. You have energy here, and ironically, this is number 13 in this deck, and so is the death card. How many times do we have to see Scorpio over and over again in this reading, right? It says, a light inside my fire divine, another fire, energy fill me, make me shine. Now, this is something, because it has come out in the upright, at least in my readings, it's something that you're going to have to work towards. You're going to have to put effort into this month. I do feel that there's a payoff to this. So definitely keep that in mind, will you please? Because it's really important. I mean, there's some really important energy here on the table for you. We have the 1111 card. And it says, the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. I am awakening. The 1111 card. I really love that for you. You know, we see 11. You're going to see 1111 more this month than normal. So please keep that in mind as you go about your month. Now, in the Lenormand deck, you have received the birds, which is number 12 in this. Let's see if I can focus in this deck. Birds. Now, birds in the Lenormand deck can signify gossip or people sticking their nose into something where it doesn't belong. It also can indicate, birds in general can also indicate freedom, hope, new beginnings. What is that? That regeneration, that rebirth, right? You also have Swan, and it says you have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you had to go through were worth it. Swan, and this is love. So I guess if we needed another sign that this is about love, here it is. Swans are about love and fidelity because they mate for life. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Are you starting to see a theme? There's some sort of rebirth. You may be in a period of darkening with another human being, or you may be coming out of that. Or if you haven't met anyone in your if you are alone and you haven't met anybody yet, this is an indication that someone is coming into your life. There's going to be some gossip or something involving other people around this. We'll figure that out as we get into the tarot. But you do have that 1111 card. That is such positive energy. Really nice energy for you here. You have the Abracadabra card, and it says fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. Abracadabra with wings. The Abracadabra card is the power to create. Abracadabra in and of itself means I create as I speak. So your words have power this month. Be careful of what you say and what you speak into existence. You also have safe and happy travels, protection from harm when journeying. You could be traveling this month, or you could be planning travel. But you're safe. There's a protection around you as you go about your time, as you go about your day. You have fairy magic, and it says respectfully, work with the fairies to achieve your goals. Now, this isn't really, I mean, of course, if you do fairy magic, this is a great sign. But fairy magic is the connection to the unseen. And what is the unseen? The unseen is this. It's your connection with things that aren't readily seen by most. You're a very intuitive sign. There is going to be things you're feeling this month that you may not be able to verbalize with other people. You may not get them to understand readily, but don't dismiss it, especially if people are in your ear. You have some really good love cards here on the table, Scorpio. Now, moving into your astrology, you did pull the sun card. Remember when I said this prepares you to move into the sun, to move into the light? Well, here is your light. You're going to be experiencing both this month. So try to have patience. We talked about patience. Try to have patience with the darkening. Let it do its work. Let it prepare you for what's coming, because you do have, it is Leo energy. The sun is rising from the darkness, Scorpio. So with patience, this will illuminate your situation before the month is over. So please keep that in mind throughout your month. You have here a waxing gibbous moon, nurturing, patience, refinement. And there's that patience again. You're going to need patience this month for what is to be. Let me see if I can get this. Wait a sec. I'm going to put this right here for now. Now, with the wax, it's sort of, the waxing gibbous moon is a phase of nurturing, right? It's that darkening. It's reflecting on big ideas worth prioritizing. This phase requires patience because we may feel stuck, right? We may feel stuck in thought spirals and insecurities about what we deserve. The best thing we can do during this time is focus on the next step. Sometimes we can get lost in the details, but the waxing gibbous moon asks us to edit and refine our big plans before the culmination of the actual full moon. We're able to release it during that time, right? All that built up tension will release. And until then, practice trust, practice patience, and focus your tunnel vision on what's most important to you, not what's going on around you. It's time to get out of your own way. And it's time to get people out of your way, okay? So moving on, we do have Taurus in the second house, finances, value, and possessions. The second house rules material possessions, and it's known as the house of values and assets. Includes money, real estate, investments. It also includes investments of our time. What are you investing your time in? Are you investing your time in worry? Are you investing your time in the darkness? Are you investing your time in the step ahead? Think about how you're investing. Time is energy. Energy is very, very it's very important. It is very, very, it's almost material. It's almost something you can touch. It's almost like money in that way, right? How we spend our time and our energy is just as important as how we spend our money. The key to stability lies in this house. Accumulating assets, right? It reflects your inner security on how a person feels about themselves. So maybe the culmination of things that have happened to you, if it has led you to be insecure in some way, sometimes, and that's something that's hidden. It's not something you walk around with. This could be a deep-seated insecurity, but looking ahead is something you need to do, looking towards the sun, understanding that this is necessary. We said this was necessary. Please look for these signs. Now, I don't know who these birds are, but don't let it interfere with this beautiful swan relationship that's either coming in or that perhaps may even be in your life right now. Maybe you've seen some hard times with this person. You have the letter L, the letter M, as in Michael, and the letter X. It's interesting. So many people have been choosing or picking X. Now, this could obviously be initials, somebody's initials. It could be a place that you meet someone or that you have met someone. It could be a job. It could be anything like that. I mean, keep an open mind when it comes to these letters. Now, the X could mean that you're getting rid of something. You are giving something up to get something. What that is, I don't know. You have 1984 here. And if you remember what this book is about, it's about a totalitarian sort of government that tells you exactly what to do and say and won't let you. And this reminds me so much of these birds. It's like there is someone, or maybe a series of someone around you that get in your ear, get in your ear, get in your ear. Try not to let that pollute this situation. I think you're going to understand who these people are as the month wears on, if you're not already privy to it. You have courage, and the courage, and see, this also is upside down. So this isn't something that, it's not what it seems. You know, sometimes people can act like they're caring and they're trying to give you advice, or they're trying to, but it's something else. And you're going to need the courage to look towards the rainbow, right? I don't think this is the first time the rainbow has come out in your readings, right? What happens? The rainbow comes after a storm. The sun comes after the darkening, and you have the phallic symbol here. So it is a very masculine energy, right? Fire energy is also very masculine. It's assertive, it's confident. So you're going to be moving, and here's that energy. You're going to have to seek this out this month. You're going to have to get the rest you need. You're going to have to have the mindset you need. You're going to have to unpollute your mind if people are in your ear. Okay. Now let's move on to your tarot. Let me see. I'm going to try to move this a little bit, move some of this out of the way so I could fit everything. So you have here Saturn energy. It's career commitments, but Saturn energy, because as you can see, it says Saturn right there on the card. Saturn energy is associated with discipline, hard work, and growth. It is Aquarian Capricorn energy. It is getting what you put into something. You may have done a lot of work on yourself, or you may be doing a lot of work on yourself at the moment. There may be someone in your life that's doing a lot of work. Maybe the two of you, if this relationship is already in your life, maybe the two of you have put a lot of work into this relationship. Maybe there's naysayers here in your energy. But it is the planet of karma, and karma gets a bad rap because sometimes, my dear Scorpio, what you deserve are positive things, right? You have the Ace of Swords here in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse can mean many, many things. It is air energy, obviously, but I believe in this reading it's preparing yourself mentally, avoiding conflict. Instead of the assertiveness of that upright version, that sword that slices through to the truth, the reverse version can suggest a willingness to consider a different perspective before speaking. Now, this can also this can also describe someone else's energy around you. Maybe someone else is really putting the brakes on how they say things, the way they do things. You have, and the reason I'm saying all these good things is because you have the Four of Wands coming right after that. I mean, the Four of Wands is a beautiful card, right? It's Venus in Aries. It's pride, success. It's laying down roots. It's prosperity. This is everyone's intention. It's everyone's goal. And here it is in your first leg, and it's followed by the Fool. Now, the Fool can be Aries energy. It could be Gemini energy or Aquarius energy. And I generally consider it Aquarius energy. But it is having faith in the future, forging ahead with little to no knowledge and saying, you know what, I may be naive to some people, but I am doing this. I'm forging ahead here. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Mercury energy, Virgo, Gemini energy. The way you communicate is on the table, or the way someone else communicates is on the table. With the Saturn card, it is clear there has been lessons learned. There have been lessons learned, Scorpio. Let's move on to your second leg. So here you have karma, balance, justice at last. This could be Libra energy. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. So you have the Chariot in reverse. And the interesting thing is the Chariot in reverse is right next to the Ace of Swords in reverse, right here. Now think about that. It is Cancer energy, but the Chariot charges forward, almost unthinking, going forward forcefully. Next to the Ace in reverse, what we described here, this makes sense. It's not doing that. It's stopping to think. You're stopping to think before doing almost everything. And this leads us right into the center of your whole reading, which is the Three of Cups. Right? The Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer. It's celebration, gatherings, a harvest. And it's next to the Four of Wands. This is a celebratory time. It's a celebratory time. And right following that, you have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is right next to the Fool. What did I say? Moving forward with faith. Could be even blind faith to the future. Moving forward. Moving forward to calmer waters. Overcoming obstacles. Very, very nice energy. All right. So when we add this up and we break it down, we get Neptune, Pisces. I believe this is the lighter side of Neptune, right? Every planet has a dark side and a light side. The lighter side of Neptune is breaking down boundaries, using your intuition. It is the planet of inspiration, using your intuition, ignoring those birds. That card is very annoying to me. And, these people might be annoying to you this month. Let's move on to your third leg. So here you have Saturn energy again. And this came out twice, right there and right here. Aquarius, Capricorn energy. Lessons, rewards from hard work. You're working hard on something and you're creating something with great intention. We talked about how your words, your communication, your words have magic, have power this month, right? Let's look at your cards. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and it's right next to the Ace of Swords in reverse, and it's right next to the Chariot in reverse, right? So this is straight up water energy. And this, the Ace of Cups in reverse could be many things, but in my opinion, because of all the cards that are already on the table, it is self-reflection. Working on your emotional health inward, right? It's a pause, a look inward. It's introspection, right? You have here the King of Cups. King of Cups could be Sun in Pisces, but obviously in this reading, it is Sun in Scorpio. Emotional intelligence. There is no archetype in the deck more emotionally intelligent than the King of Cups, man or woman. A reliable partner, a balanced person. This is someone who has worked hard for it. You have here the Four of Wands leading to the celebratory harvest card, leading to an emotionally balanced human being. And here you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune is, fixed energy like you. but it's Jupiter. It's expansive energy at the same time. And in reverse, it's reflection on repeating patterns in your life. You're very reflective this month, thinking about mistakes you've made in the past, what you've put up with, what you refuse to put up with. Perhaps if this relationship is something that's been around for a while, patterns that you two are no longer repeating, right? So you have starting off on a brand new path with hope for the future, moving ahead in that ship and examining repeating patterns so this way you don't repeat them. This is a very healthy connection. And when we add this up and we break it down, we get the number 11, which is the bridge. It's the connector between the old and the new. 11 is the initiator, a master number. Great reading, Scorpio. Great reading. Okay, so let's look at your challenges. In this pile, let me see, move this over. I'll fix that when I do it. You have avoidance, stalemate, and forgiveness. And these are your challenges this month. You may be asked to forgive somebody for past discretions. You may be asking someone else for forgiveness for past discretions. Let's just keep going here. In your challenges, you do have here, wow, look, you see you have the 3 of coins in reverse. Mars and Capricorn energy. You may be getting advice from others. You may be getting advice from others that you are slowly rejecting. Nosy people. People that give you advice. Maybe you even ask for the advice, but it's negative advice, right? It's not good. There is someone like that in your life, or perhaps a series of someone's. You have these 2 cards that are coming in sideways. You have the Page of Wands and the Empress. Now, the Page of Wands is Jupiter and Sagittarius energy, and it's decision time. When my cards anyway come in sideways, it's a decision that you are being called to make. Do you want excitement or do you want boredom? Do you want fresh ideas? Do you want to move out on this path? Or do you want a stalemate? Do you want fearlessness or fear of the future? This is going to be choices that you have to make this month, right? Your future, your fortune isn't happening to you. You're a co-creator, okay? In this situation, you have the Empress here coming in sideways, and the Empress is Taurus Libra energy, and it's another decision, right? Do you want abundance or do you want lack of growth? Do you want beauty and love or do you want insecurity? Do you want sensuality or do you want neutrality? There is a stalemate that is an option here. I don't know. I don't see most of you taking that option, okay? There is something you're going to either need to forgive or you're going to need to ask someone else for forgiveness. This could be something from your past. This could be something in this relationship. Could be about these little birds. And these little birds could be in someone else's ear. I forgot to mention that. It doesn't have to be you. There is an outside force interfering in this situation. If this situation hasn't happened yet, then you might meet someone and the little birds will start, okay? I think you're a very smart sign. I think all the fixed signs are super intelligent. And yes, I'm a little biased, okay? But I do believe that of all the water signs, you're the most intelligent. And you're going to figure this out. I don't think this person or these people will get over on you. Your spidey sense is way too strong. You have detachment. Oh, okay. So let's finish this. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. When we add this up and we break it down, ironically, we get Venus energy, which is Empress energy, which is Taurus Libra energy. But, it could be money or, as we know, Venus is the planet of love. So that makes perfect sense to me anyway. Okay, so let's look at your last leg. You do have detachment and cold. Now, this isn't your last leg. This is actually your opportunities. So you have an opportunity to detach from something. In my opinion, it may be other people's opinions. It may be a detachment from a past hurt. But let's see. Let's look. Let's stop guessing, okay? You have the Emperor in reverse. This is Aries energy. Now, the Emperor in reverse as an opportunity could be, as it goes with your reading, more flexibility, less rigidity, a willingness to loosen that tight grip on control. You do have the moon here in reverse as an opportunity, and the moon in reverse is less confusion, right? Less haziness, more sun, something that is clear, is clarity at last type thing, right? And interestingly enough, you have the Three of Swords. And with this detachment card, I do think you're releasing something here. You are releasing some pain. Now, these swords could be those birds around you. There could be 3 people involved. Maybe. It doesn't necessarily have to be 3 people. I'm throwing that out there for at least one of you that is absolutely true, okay? But the 3 of Swords could be jealousy, right? And you're detaching from something here. You're detaching from something that's painful or that's annoying or that is putting a block in a relationship that's very important to you. And when we add this up and break it down, we get Neptune again, right? The planet of clear, you're going to have an opportunity here. Absolute opportunity. Piscean energy. Rose-colored glasses, but not in a bad way, right? The lighter side of Neptune. I really like all this energy for you. Let me see if I could pull. I'm going to pull a couple of these cards and then we will do your numerology. But you do have a relationship here on the table that you need to protect. And if you have a history with this person that isn't so good, and I never say this ever. I'm usually the type to say, take the scissors out and snip, snip. If you have a history with this person that is not so good, there is an opportunity here for good things to come from this. A fresh start. With Scorpio, you have the dragon, and it says strength and wisdom. You also pulled that courage card, so that doesn't really surprise me. At the bottom of the deck, it says unseen forces watch over you. You're going to be guided. I think those unseen forces are actually coming from you, my intuitive, intelligent friend. I think that you are going to be guiding yourself. Keep a lookout for these 1111s. Now, when we add all the numbers in this reading up and we break them down, we get Mercury, the communication, right? Clear communication. Your words speak spells. Okay. And you're going to be able to have a communication with someone this month that is going to clear the air. It very well could stand for communication, unwanted communication that you need to clear up. You need to clear out, right? The number that was mentioned the most was number 3, which is Jupiter energy. Luck, optimism, expansion. You're expanding your world. Now your lucky numbers are 13, 12, 11, 14, 26, and 5. The signs we talked about were Aries, Cancer, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Virgo. Believe it or not, the sign that we spoke about the most in this reading was Aquarius, the star, right? Healing, wishes coming true. And the planet that we spoke about the most, and it's not particularly surprising, is Mercury again. Your words matter this month. And that means your words to other people, your words to your significant other, the words you speak to yourself. Words speak spells, my friend. I wish you the absolute best. You're going to have an amazing Valentine's Day. Namaste.